Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Quan, and today I will be checking out the Bug Butcher for the Nintendo Switch. Alright, so upon startup, this is the first menu we see. Not a whole lot going on here. We can turn on and off music, turn on and off sound effects. That's basically it. You can change your language setting if you want. Alright, press the center button. We get to the game modes menu. We have arcade missions, panic, single player, panic co-op. Panic is basically survival. You try to get through as many waves of enemies as possible, and as you progress, you earn coins. You can buy upgrades, power-ups, and stuff like that. But once you die, then you lose everything. All right, pretty self-explanatory. Then we have arcade missions, which is more or less like a story mode. In this mode, you still go through various missions, but you actually get to you actually get to keep your upgrades and stuff like that. So let's jump into arcade. All right, this is my progress so far. I've been playing for a couple hours. That's my overall summary. These are the upgrades I've bought so far. Alright. And down here you can choose your difficulty settings. You got easy, medium, hard. I haven't tried easy. I know medium, you start off with, I think, 3 or 4 bars of health. And, but hard mode, you're basically in your character's in like diapers or something, and you basically die in one shot. So that's the only difference. I don't think the enemies get harder per se. I think it's just your life that's being affected. So anyways, let's jump into one of the missions here. Let's start off with the first one. Alright, one bad thing about this, I have to say, is if you're not connected to the internet, you can't see your score at all. So, yeah, it would be nice to be able to still, see your own score. Minor gripe. Alright, so let's jump in the first one. Load time is pretty fast initially. However, there isn't a strange load time is strangely long for if you die or if you want to retry the mission you're on. Yeah, this just so basically, as far as I can tell, for all the missions, you have this little guy here that you have to protect. And there are enemies, there's a specific type of enemy that'll try and like grab him and eat him, and you have to, if you don't kill that enemy before he gets eaten, then you lose. Alright. And of course, if your health runs out, you lose as well. Alright. It's just a little bit of dialogue, but alright, so this is basically the gameplay. Your move set is pretty simplistic. All you can do is pretty much run side to side. If you hold the B button and a directional, and run at the same time, then you do a dash move, and that's pretty much used to dodge enemies and, stuff like that. And other than that, you just press the A button to fire, or you hold it to, fire continuously. Yeah, I'm gonna skip this. Yeah, so you hold A button to fire continuously. You're always going to be shooting up. You can't change the direction that you fire. which may seem a little strange at first, but you get used to it. So let me show you real quick what happens if you, let's say, you're not satisfied with the score you have so far. Maybe you want to retry. Well, if you retry in this mode, oh, okay. Well, that's really weird. In later missions, when you retry, the load time takes like 40 seconds. Not sure why, but however, if you die and the game automatically reloads that mission, then it's like instantaneous, which made no sense to me. So yeah, there. As you can see, there are a lot of items and stuff to pick up on the floor. Just now, I got a temporary like a Gatling gun weapon, and this is a laser weapon. After you rack up a certain number of kills, you'll get a power-up that you can use, which you activate by pressing the Y button. I'll show you that now. I have a rocket thing. Very useful to get yourself out of tight jams. Oh. Yeah. So that's basically the how this game works. Pretty simplistic, easy to pick up and play. Yeah, they're attempting to do some kind of a story here, but it really doesn't matter because the entire time you're just gonna be going through stages and doing the same thing over and over. The stages, I will have to give them credit for this. The different stages aren't just palette swaps. They actually each have their own sort of obstacles. Actually, let me show you a different one here. Let's say we go to stage 2. See, now we have barriers. We have these laser beam things, or whatever you call them. Yeah, so these things help to kind of spice up the gameplay a little bit, kind of change the pace. There's another stage, for example, that has fire periodically coming out the side of the walls, and there's another one that's kind of like makes it feel kind of like, what is it, the Space Invaders, or whatever that game is, because you have like a floating platform that kind of serves as cover for both you and the enemy. Just little things like that to keep it interesting. What else? Yeah, I'm doing horribly right now, but don't mind that. So yeah, as you can see, as far as the enemies, they're all, for the most part, you can kind of juggle them. Especially the big fat ones, if they come down from the ceiling, you can juggle them and kind of prevent them from hitting you. However, there are some special enemies that just ignore your gunfire, and it'll just like, go wherever they want to go. Like that guy. Which brings me to my other nitpick. I kind of wish whenever these guys show up that there's a kind of a warning for you. Like, you see how there's like a skull icon that shows up before the enemy appears? I wish for the enemies that you can't interrupt, that like a different kind of icon would show. so you're not just standing there trying to intercept them and getting yourself killed. All in all, this is I mean, it's a pretty fun time, especially for, I believe they're selling this for $7.99. I'd say it's definitely worth your money. It's really easy to pick up and play. You kind of, time just flies by with this. It's pretty great. Like I said, the biggest gripe I have with this game is just the load time. It's just, for some strange reason, if you're like in the middle of a mission and you want to restart, it somehow takes forever. See, now it's not doing it. I don't know why that is. Earlier, it took like 40 seconds each time, so I'm not sure what's going on with that. But anyway, yeah, it's a pretty good time. It's a great game, and I do highly recommend it. Alright, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you all in the next one.